Hey, y'all, and welcome to a fantastic episode of Sega Sonic Radio. It's time to welcome the weekend in style, and we've got some great tracks for you tonight. Tonight's theme is Host Choice. I have picked all the music tonight based on, what I wanted and what I like. Because it's my birthday week. I'm not going to tell you which day it is, but it's my birthday week. And that means it's time for me to be self-indulgent. You see, I'm never self-indulgent in this show. Like, never. Like, it just doesn't happen. I think anybody who is a regular listener will tell you, GX, that's a guy who is never self-indulgent. He is only for other people. He is only here to fulfill the wishes of everyone else, and not make really stupid jokes that mostly amuse himself. Anyhow, let's kick it off with some Super Mario Odyssey. See you on the other side.
Gonna start.
Hey, welcome back. We kicked the show off today with Reach for the Stars Recolors from the Sonic 30th Anniversary Symphony, followed up by Break Free from Super Mario Odyssey, That's the Way I Like It from Sonic Adventure 2, and Strike the Earth from Shovel Knight. No requests tonight. Hey, if you have requests in mind, we already have the next request thread up over on the Sonic Stadium message boards over at sonicstadium.org. The thing is over on the message boards, and you can put in your requests there. You can put it on the Discord. Any of them is acceptable. It's all good. And like I said, tonight's just host choice. But something that is not host choice tonight is fishing around into the Spinbox. In our first Spinbox question for the night, Silver Was Here asks, Happy birthday! Thank you. Out of every Sonic song in the episode, which is your favorite? Which is my favorite, you ask? I'm gonna say this one. Yeah, I am muted. Thank you again. Hi, that was Brand New World from Sonic the Hedgehog Remix album, followed by Ink Me Up from the Splatoon Live in Makuhari Shiko Live, or Shioka Live concert. Followed up by back-to-back Cash Cash Remix from Sonic Generations 3DS. Yeah, Brand New World might be one of my favorite songs associated with the series broadly. For a while, I hosted a Sonic the Hedgehog podcast, and it was my ending theme. I really enjoy the song that is the main theme of Sonic CD, and yeah, and specifically the Japanese version, but I like Sonic Boom as well. And I went ahead and, you know, I found as many versions of that song as I reasonably could, and that one was among my favorites from that remix album. There's a bunch of others. Obviously, there's the original From Sonic CD. There is a version in, I want to say, Sonic Chaos? I think it's in Sonic Chaos. I think it's the music for Mecha Green Hill Zone. Which I think is in Sonic Chaos? No, I'm lost. I'm just losing myself. And there's at least one remix in the racing games. In the Sumo Digital racing games. It's a real good one. It's mixed alongside some Sonic R music. Anyhow, I think it's about time for some trivia. So let's bring up the Quizone board. Get ready, we're about to test your trivia skills. As always, you can guess in chat. If you don't want to guess in chat, you don't have to. We're gonna go ahead and hide chat. And you can hide chat if you want to avoid spoilers. Otherwise, hey, we'll let you know the answer at the end of it. For the Quizone this week, your question is, in both Rio 2016 and Tokyo 2020 entries of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, what event does Zaz appear as a guest character? He's not available in every event. He's only available in his special guest events. Which one is it? It's the same in both games. Take your guesses, get them in, and we'll let you know after this. Okay, once again, that music was Surfing from Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. No, that's not the answer. It is not the answer. The question, however, was, in both Rio 2016 and Tokyo 2020 entries of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, what event does Zaz appear as a guest character? And Sonic Trainer got real close. It is not tennis. It is table tennis. Zaz and his big, long arms and lanky body is a monster at table tennis. Zavik also appears as a guest character in the game. He is boxing in both ones, which, based on his physique, shouldn't be too surprising. But yeah, in the recent Sonic Talk podcast over on, it's still on Twitch right now. We're working to get it up on YouTube. I believe I was questioned as to why my obsession is with Zaz, and it became a question of like, is Zaz just the Waluigi of Sonic? And in my mind, yes. That I am just a troll monster, and that might be why my obsession hits the way it does with my angry purple nonsense boy. And I will get to race as him soon. So yeah, yes, I agree, Poke Anime Matt. We need to have the Zaz glow up in the same way that we began to lean into sexy Waluigi. This is what we need out of life. This is what the people are asking for. Everyone's been asking for it. I can't think of a person who isn't. Anyhow, speaking of what we're asking for, I got a remix for you guys. It's an overclock remix. It's from Sonic 3D Blast. I hope you enjoy. Catch you guys in a bit. Oh, right. Darn. Second time. Hey, that was Rusty Fingers from Overclocked Remix. Remixed by Dr. Manhattan. A remix of Sonic 3D Blast, followed up by Set in Motion from Sonic Forces. Wrapping it up with Metropolis Zone from Sonic 2. And then we're going to reach back into the Spinbox for a mail from Otwell. Have you ever taken part in Sonic cosplay? And if so, what character? So, short answer, yes. Longer answer, when I was 6. It was like probably closer to like 8. 7 or 8 or something. One of my parents did make me a homemade Sonic the Hedgehog Halloween costume that I got to enjoy for a year until I was then very, very rapidly too big for it. Like it had Velcro. It was the era when Sonic was basically represented by just sort of having the 3 big spikes on his back. Not really these days where it's like, no, we kind of understand the dimensionality of how his spikes are positioned a little bit better in 3D space. So I just had like the big dopey 3-spike mohawk for it. Is it to say though that I haven't had a part of my life in which I was a heavy air quotes cosplayer? I'd say late high school, early college, early to mid-college. I was part of the, we'll say Pittsburgh convention scene where I made a lot of my still current friends. I believe my first real, like, cosplay was Sora from Kingdom Hearts. My father helped me make a big wooden Keyblade. For 1 year, I did Zatch Bell, from the then current anime Zatch Bell. My favorite thing in cosplay is making a big dumb accessory, and I had the Vulcan robot made out of cardboard for it, and I would say, photo here you can see was probably my most involved. I went as Bobobo from the anime Bobobo, where I had designed the afro out of K'NEX covered in yellow fuzzy fabric. You can't see it in the picture, but to recreate a moment from the original manga, the top half of the afro opens up to reveal a mask of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you know the reference, you'll know the reference, and you'll think, oh, that's amazing. If you don't know the reference, then it's just going to be befuddling. That's just the kind of thing that Bobobo, the kind of property that Bobobo is. I think I did Dr. Mario 1 year. I created some pills out of PVC pipe and turned a spice jar into a pill bottle. And then I think that the last cosplay I did was Gerald Bald Z from the Adult Swim anime parody Perfect Hair Forever, which is something that I think even fewer people will know what that is than Bobobo. But I got a dog toy of a hot dog plush that I hot glued big anime eyes on, and I snuck a speaker under my outfit, just a tiny little speaker that I connected to my phone, and I put it on basically a randomization on when it would just sing lines from the show. It was bizarre and involved. I have weird ideas for cosplay, which is unfortunate because these days I'm probably much more capable of putting together something a little bit more professional adjacent, with access to, like, woodworking tools and 3D printers and CNC machines and that kind of crap. But, interest is the something for I don't know what quote I'm trying to quote. Hey, you make do with what you got whenever you're, like, in your early 20s or late teens to put together a costume. Speaking of putting together a costume, we've got some crossover music coming at you. More specifically, music associated with, I would say, a crossover game. I don't know. It's Sega Sonic All-Stars Racing. It's Race of Ages, which I like because it's the music from Space Harrier. Let's listen. It's Space Harrier music. It's good music. Enjoy the Space Harrier music. It's great. Here it is. Hey, giving you a double dose of T-Lopes there. With, starting off with Race of Ages from Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, followed up by Hydro City Zone Act 1 from Sonic Mania, wrapping it up with jaw-breaking news from Shredder's Revenge. Last two from T-Lopes, as D in chat brought up, yeah, long and storied Sonic remixer, as well as, remixer and composer of many, many other tracks, and, particularly apt at capturing a strong retro spirit. You done some great work. But I hope you can do some great work, because it's time for an audio cue. That's right, we've got another trivia question coming at you to let you know, or let you test just how good you are at recognizing Sega music. I gave you a bit of an extra hint for this one. You just gotta let me know, what game is this from? Well, that's all you gotta do. It's the only thing. What game is it from? Also, here's a hint. This game was originally published by Sega, but right now, it's currently published by a Microsoft-owned studio. If you really know your Sega history well, you might be able to guess just from that, but take a guess. As always, you can guess in chat. If you don't want to guess in chat, go ahead to hide chat, and we'll let you know what the answer is afterwards. Here it is. Short one, but a sweet one. And, hey, once again, what song is it from? It's from a Sega-published game, or at least it was, but it's currently published by someone else. And as Alex in chat correctly guessed, it is indeed from The Cave. The Cave, most significantly to me, is a game that was developed by Double Fine. You might know who did such games as Happy Action Theater and, of course, Psychonauts, Stacking. I know the name of the adventure game that they kickstarted. I own it. Why am I blanking on the name of it? It hurts to think about it. I don't know. Someone in chat will correct me, because of my inability to properly remember the name of their point-and-click, their fun point-and-click adventure. No, they did not do Gang Beasts. Oh, geez, I'm skimming through my music library to see if I can figure out what it's called. It's going to drive me nuts until I get it. Not Full Throttle, but that one's closer. Real-time looking up. Real-time research. I've made it to the queues. It's not in the queues. It's not in the R's. Not in the S's. No. Oh no, what is it? Have I lost all credibility? I did not see it in my... Oh, gosh. Broken Age, thank you. I skipped the B's. Broken Age is the one that they did. Oh. The embarrassment of not remembering Broken Age. Anyhow, here's some Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball music. But not from the game itself. Enjoy. that was Spinball Theme from Sonic the Hedgehog Boom, a remix, orchestration, collection of Sonic CD music, but also there's some Spinball music there for some reason, or other strange Sega-inspired songs, we'll say. Followed up by Double Down from Sonic Lost World, a very straightforward song and album. Wrapping it up with The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo, from the Phoenix Wright Special Courtroom Orchestra Concert, 2008 version. Yeah, I love me some Ace Attorney music. I also love me some Spinbox. Let's reach into the Spinbox. Hey, MFA asks, what Sonic fan games would you recommend to someone who's new to the franchise, but doesn't have access to the official titles? So this is an interesting one. It kind of suggests that, like, okay, you don't necessarily have a whole bunch of Sonic games. You have the possibility of being able to access some fan games, but you may not necessarily, like, be the biggest hardcore Sonic fan. It's like, okay, what Sonic-like games, or Sonic-inspired games, or Sonic fan games would you suggest to just someone who doesn't have a lot of games under their belt? I think first and foremost, if you are trying to get into Sonic, and you're just wanting to play something that you can download, like, right now and immediately get into, I'm gonna say Triple Trouble 16-bit. Triple Trouble 16-bit is a fantastic platformer. It is of a quality that I would say is at least approaching Mania. It's very, very good. I think Mania still edges it out, but it is extremely good. It is extremely impressive, and, like, hey, it is directly a 16-bit styled Sonic game. Like, it literally, it has 16-bit in the name. It plays like a 16-bit Sonic game. It has a bunch of, it has a lot of content in it. A shocking amount of it. It has, cool special stages that are pretty hard. Pretty hard. But, I'd say if you don't have a lot of Sonic experience, Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers is pretty interesting. I would say it's the one that is least Sonic-y. Like, it doesn't have much in the way of, like, Sonic-style gameplay in the slightest, but it's just a well-designed game. It is a high skill ceiling game, so keep that in mind. Alex in chat is bringing up Sonic Robo Blast. That is a popular one. Shockingly, I've never played Sonic Robo Blast 2. For as big of a game as it is in the community, I've actually never played it. I've never touched it, never installed it, never just had a whole lot of reason to. Alex in chat's also saying Sonic Utopia. D saying Overture. A lot of people swear by Project 06. I'm skeptical, but I will at least parrot the fact that people do say that a lot. And then, as the image up on the screen right now suggests, hey, Freedom Planet's real good. I really like Freedom Planet. Freedom Planet is a paid game, but it's a fascinating game that, to me, I would interpret as, like, what if Treasure made a Sonic game, is effectively what it kind of looks and feels like, and has crazy boss fights, has a slightly different feel to it, has a slightly different way that it progresses, but it's neat. It's worth checking out. So, hopefully, hey, if you're looking for Sonic fan games, and these ones are probably the obvious ones, but also, hey, someone who's not big in the franchise yet, probably need some obvious suggestions to start. Yeah, Spark the Electric Jester is one that comes up. It's one that I like have on my docket to play, but have not played quite yet. I don't know. I have all these Wednesday streams that I could be doing. We should explore some of the things that are Sonic inspired that are worth checking out. I was very close to trying Haste. I still might. It's still on sale right now. But I was almost a little bit turned off of it because someone in the Discord said, like, they just weren't... They tried it, they weren't quite feeling it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm built different? Question mark. Anyhow, that's it for the Spinbox for now. It will be back once more. But now it's time for the end. Not the end of the show, but the end of summer. At the beginning of summer. It's time for the end of summer. Here's some Sonic Runners music. Hey, that was End of Summer from Sonic Runners, followed up with Korobushka, Puyo Puyo Tetris version from Puyo Puyo Tetris. Wrapping it up with Rooftop Run Act 2 from Sonic Generations. As we're approaching the last bit of tonight, we got a little bit of a late start, so we're going to continue a little bit later than normal end time. Still go through the entire playlist tonight. And that means it's time for some trivia. That's right, we've got a Triple Trouble coming at you. Once again, 3 of these things have something in common. One of them does not belong. You've got to tell me which one does not belong in this trio. You can guess in chat if you would like. If you don't want to guess in chat, you do not have to. You can hide chat, and we'll let you know the answer when it is done. So let's take a look. Your topic this week is songs. I've got 4 songs. 3 of them have something in common. 1 of them does not. Which one does not? We've got Rumbling Highway, Bad Taste Aquarium, Rhythm and Balance, and 34 Degrees North, 12 Degrees East. While you guess in chat, we're gonna listen to some Rumbling Highway. It may or may not be the answer, I'm not telling you, but we're gonna listen to it anyway. Enjoy. Hey, and we're back. That was Rumbling Highway from Mission Street. Once again, we're Triple Trouble. We want to know the odd one out. Topic is songs. The choices are Rumbling Highway, Bad Taste Aquarium, Rhythm and Balance, or 34 Degrees North, 12 Degrees East. The answer, as chat pretty aptly got, was indeed Bad Taste Aquarium. The other 3 are songs from Sonic Adventure 2. However, Bad Taste Aquarium is indeed from Sonic Adventure 1, as As Alex in chat brought up, it's from Hot Shelter. Is it Hot Shelter? It probably is. I trust that jet. I'm trying to think of where I actually grabbed the screenshot that we're looking at right now from. It's probably from Hot Shelter. Yeah, 34 degrees north, 12 degrees east is indeed Mad Space. The deeply annoying level that's full of little planetoids that you have to kind of blast yourself between. The absolutely infuriating one to have to find these tiny shards on. Even Knuckles' space stage is not... It's an obnoxious stage, but it's not nearly as obnoxious as Mad Space. Oh, that's it for our trivia tonight. Hope you had a good time with it. Our next trio is a bit more eclectic, but it should be pretty darn upbeat. Hope you're ready for some Katamari, because I love Katamari. In fact, I would say that we love Katamari. See you in a bit. Hey, that was Everlasting Love from We Love Katamari, followed up by Desert Ruins from Sonic Rumble, wrapping it up with The Wheel of Enormous Proportions credit music from Jackbox Party Pack 8. Got some good songs in that Jackbox. In a lot of them. In a lot of them, they have great music. I think it's time for one more Spinbox before we wrap up the evening, and... yeah, okay. Let's do this one. This one comes from Knuckles87, who was on staff, who sent this in mostly to troll me, but he wants me to seriously answer it. So I will. Because he wants me to engage with Sonic lore. Let's get to it. Sonic's world has been presented at inconsistent levels of technological progress throughout its existence. We've had everything from simple wooden hut villages to futuristic cities filled with flying cars. Obviously, some amount of technological variance is expected, much like in the real world, but all the sheer level of disparity in Sonic's world defies all logic. Here we have an ultra sci-fi cities existing alongside contemporary cities. What do you think the in-universe reason for this is? Okay. Obviously, the out of universe reason is because it's a video game and they want to have a diverse set of locations that you can kind of have things take place in. So we're going to work backwards from that. If we understand that the world of Sonic has to have like this big technologically like everything from big technologically crazy cities to like undeveloped areas or you know, just people who do not live with technology in mind. I would say if you want to interpret that in a way, I would just say strong cultural identity. And that would be like how you have like extremely strong cultural identity. Like it would be like how you how whenever you go into a level, like levels have very firm identities. They have strong motifs, like visual motifs, color schemes, repeating effects. I guess if you just want to translate that as like, well, you would design it that way because it's a strong part of your culture, be it like the culture of a city or the culture of a small town or a remote area, or in the case of Sonic, it's also just like a really old and populated and unpopulated and repopulated and unpopulated set of locations, so that you have weird ruins everywhere from like who knows how many layers of societies that once were and no longer are. Who just create all these things and then vanish. You also have the fact that like there's a lot of these cities that it just seems like Robotnik builds himself. Like, he will build entire regions that are just like, here's a bigger factory than you can possibly imagine. Yeah, as Alex in chat brings up here, is like, yeah, I mean, just look at Dubai. Like, Dubai would be... Dubai is about an area of the world as any of the crazy Sonic future cities. It's like, it literally should not exist. Nature is against it existing because it's built in such a dumb way. And I don't mean that like architecturally. I mean like, don't put a city in the middle of the desert. Don't create a city that can only exist because you threw billions and billions of dollars at it to force it to exist. I don't know. Grand Metropolis, I think, is actually, I don't know, built or maintained by the Hexa something company. I forget the exact name of it. I have it somewhere in my thing. Hexa Eco. I bet they are big funders of the city's development, since they are also the energy company, I guess, the power plant, so to speak. With that said, yeah, I hope that answers something. Who built the cities on Little Planet? I would assume that that there were probably civilizations on Little Planet that existed a while ago, that existed in the past, that were more active whenever you visit, or I don't know. You know what? No, you go to the past of that. Who lives in those cities? Are there people on Little Planet? Is Little Planet still reasonably populated? I don't know. I would love to know. There's an ending where the planet blows up. That probably isn't good for them if they still exist. I don't know. This is why I don't do Sonic lore. Sonic lore does not have any internal logic to it. It's just a bunch of stories. It's a bunch of stories. They can sometimes be vaguely connected, but they don't have to be. And that's kind of it. Here's something that doesn't have to be vaguely connected. It's another OC remix. This one's from Sonic 3. Hope you enjoy. It's a good one. Catch you guys on the other side. Hey, welcome back! That was Ice Cap Zone Pulse Mix, an overclocked remix by MK Vaff, a Sonic 3 remix of Ice Cap Zone, followed up by Pack Jump Up from Pac-Man Championship Edition 2, wrapping it up with Wacky Workbench from Sonic the Hedgehog CD US version. Yeah, commiserating here in chat, Wacky Workbench can be an extremely frustrating level. I have gotten better at navigating it as of late. Trick is that you gotta stay low. Like, if you stay low, you can continue to platform normally, and that's how it wants you to go. It's just avoiding it's one of the few Sonic levels where it's like, no, keep to the low path. That's what you gotta do. It's literally all it asks you to do is just keep to the low path. Hey, we're wrapping up tonight. It's the end of the show. Once again, thank you for everyone who tuned in, who is watching the VOD, who's watching on YouTube, who is watching in whatever way that you enjoy watching. We will return to traditional requests next week, as well as, all our normal segments, trivias, music trivias, Spinbox, etc., etc., etc. And yeah, should be a good time. Hey, everything we do is under the... our opinions are our own, but everything we do is under the umbrella of Sonic Stadium over at sonicstadium.org, one of the internet's longest-running Sonic fan communities. We've got news that we're writing up. We've got plenty of videos. Plenty of videos of Sonic Rumble. Just so much Sonic Rumble coverage that we've got because... we got some early access that we've been doing. It's a fun time. And we got forums. We've got a Discord where you can bug me all the time. Where you can go into that Discord. You can say, "Hey GX, your opinions on Wacky Workbench are dumb, and I hate them." And then I would say, "Hey, we do have rules here. You can't just say that." And then you say, "Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. I appreciate it. But also, I disagree with your stance." And I would be like, "Yeah, I get it. I understand. It's fine." And then further discourse. And with that, I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Our final song, if I can say this correct, Doki Kaoyu no ga Koina no Shibuya O West live version. That's right, it's a Rhythm Heaven song. Enjoy some Rhythm Heaven, as I always do. There's a new Rhythm Heaven coming out. Did you guys know that? There's a new Rhythm Heaven? I'm very excited for there being a new Rhythm Heaven. I'm extremely excited for there being a new Rhythm Heaven. It's amazing. Enjoy. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Well, I won't catch you guys in a bit. I'll catch you guys next week. Or I will catch you on Wednesday whenever I do a stream. I don't know what it will be of. It's going to be the Wednesday. It's going to be like a day before I have to go out to a midnight launch of Switch 2. And then quickly try to do whatever coverage I need to do for Summer Games Fest, helping the site. It's going to be crazy. Next week's going to be crazy. Goodness help me. Until then, enjoy. And welcome to the weekend. Peace, y'all.
はい、会場の皆さん、一緒に飛び跳ねてください。ドキ、こういうのが恋なの。はいはいはい。ねえ、歌うわ。そうよ、あなたに甘えたいけれど恥ずかしいかもね。願い事の呪文、ほらむにゃむにゃむにゃ、ずっとこのまま時が止まらぬかもね。こういうのが恋なの、ドキドキドキ、しかもね、好き好き好き、昨日よりもかもね。はいはいはい。はいはいはい。はいはいはい。かもね。はいはいはい。ねえ、歌ってそうよ、あなたも4度目の気持ちが伝わるといいな。喉から出そうなくらいもうラブラブラブ、ずっとこのままあなた素敵がいいな。こういうのは初めて、ドキドキドキ、愛だ、好き好き好き、さあ秋よりもいいな。はいはいはい。どうもありがとうございました。
That's the last song. There are no more songs. There's not any more. All of the songs are done. They're gone. They're done. All of the songs. It's done. Well, except for this one.
しい星のように君を照らしたい世界に一つだけまたたくシューティングスター星